there's a slight kick to one side, you're going to be off. I'm going to turn that around. I did manage to cut through my workbench though, so that was good. Welcome to the channel. Today's video we're going to be using a tick stick. So if you've got a funny panel, weird shape that you've got to try and cut, this might be the simple tool that makes it a lot easier. So I'm decorating the hallway plasterboard and taking the old lath and plaster off, putting some plasterboard on internal walls so breathability isn't a problem. But there's this one bit above where the stairs turn. We had this panel, it was clad in like tongue and groove, awful looking it was, but I can't plasterboard it because it's flush mount, it's not surface mount or recess. So if I plasterboard it, there's going to be a plasterboard edge, which is no good. So I've got to put another panel back on there, but it's got like this weird step in it and it's not square. So rather than plot it with an angle finder and try and get it roughly and then scribe it when it's up there, I thought I'd give this a go. I've seen a few people use it, and the simplicity of this thing is, it's genius, I think. So all we need is the tick stick itself, which I've made just now, and there's no dimensions for it, but from what I see, you don't want it symmetrical, so have the point going this way, have something that defines which side that is, and I've made mine, what's that, 8-9 inches long. Yeah, and it's a scrap bit of wood. I've just put a light sand over it just so it's easier to handle, and we need that, and then we need a scrap bit of board. Now the panel I need to cut is about 900 centimetres, or sorry, 900 millimetres. So I've got this, which is slightly lower and slightly narrower, because what we're going to do is we're going to plot on this. This is just a bit of cardboard. Ideally a bit of board would be better, but I haven't got anything remotely to size. So I'm going to use this cardboard and the tick stick, and with this we should be able to plot exactly the shape of the board that I need to cut. It doesn't really matter what sort of shape you make this, as long as it always goes back in the same spot. So I've made this, what's that? Well, it's 12 inches long, 2 inches wide, but that's just because this was a scrap bit that I had. Now I've made it, I put just to cut a groove out of this. You could make a V, anything. The idea is that you don't confuse it. So if this was just a pointer symmetrical and you mark it, and then when you come back you flip it over and put it back on again, if there's a slight kick to one side, you're going to be off. Might not be a lot, but it might be enough to upset what you're trying to do. So the idea is you make this a unique shape so that when you're tracing around it, you always keep it the right side up. So I'm going to mark this, keep it the right side up, and then whenever we're finding our points, we just rotate this thing, it's always face up, and then when we come to replicate it, we're not going to get it wrong, see? And the idea is that we'll take this in, screw it to the wall so this doesn't move, plot our points, so wherever there's a turn or a bend, and if we've got a bit of a bow or something, we can put multiple points along that, and hopefully when we come to put this on the piece we're cutting out, we can then just line it up with our marks and put this point here, join the dots. It should be as simple as that, but I'm intrigued to see how this works out, so let's get on with it. Here's the offending gap. It's got this, that kicks in a little bit, it's got this return here, that sort of goes up at a slight gradient. This is possibly a 90-degree angle, but I'm not sure. The only thing I can say is that I want a straight line across there. The plan is to get my board up here. This is pretty straight, so I'm going to use this, and what I'm going to do is just screw this to this timber, hopefully. It's just got to hold it steady so it doesn't move around. That's sort of fixed in place now. Now this is the magic bit. Take our tick stick or ticky stick and then just find the points where we want to join to. So this one's easy, straight across there, sharp pencil, join that. I'm going to double check that one by into it. So that's our first point there. This isn't coming out very well in the cardboard. I think we'll turn that around. Right, try that again. I'm just going to do an angle one. Right, so that's pointing to that point there. The next bit we want is, I think there, because I want to draw a line up there, so put one in here. And we want where it's going to end. This has got a rounded profile on it, so I haven't got this trim here. It's rounded, which is making this a little bit more tricky. So I think what I'm going to do is draw a line here, and then put my stick there. That may be the bit that causes me problems. That bit there. And then want a corner to go in here. Right, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, that one there. And this is going to be plastered, so I'm going to give myself a little bit more room. Right, so that's 5 points there. Now we want where I'm going to end it here. And then this last one wants to be here. Right, now this is all very painless so far. I'm just going to check that mark, make sure I've got that in the right spot, because I don't want to make this wafty. Give me a minute. You can just about see it. This doesn't come out well on camera, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. I changed my mind on this one, so hopefully I'll remember not to use that one. 6, 7 there. So that should give me my points. Now, if I have to do this again, I think the bit of prep work is to define exactly where you want to have your point, like that bit there. I had to sort of do that on the fly. And again, this line here, I should have really marked it where I'm going to put this board, because this line I assumed was parallel and it's not, so I've had to change that. But so far, it's fairly quick and easy. Next stage is to get this off and transfer it to our new piece. Right, so off camera I added a couple more here, just to give us that top edge, because it doesn't look straight. I also put a square on that corner to see if it was 90 degrees. It's nowhere near, because my plan was to use the factory 90 on this board as a starting point, which is how I'd normally do it if I was measuring the angles, but that's not going to work. So I brought it over, and I'm going to mark where this, or I'm going to plot all these points, draw them together, and then I'm going to cut them out, or cut it out and then trim it to size. So I'm just going to cut it square, because I don't want a wafty shape in this board, if that makes sense. So we'll mark these plots and see where it takes us. So that one's there. This is the one I changed. Just put a little. This makes riveting viewing. But the alternative is to get an angle finder out or sort of protractor, measure, plot, that kind of thing. You know, I'm not expecting this to drop in and be perfectly where I need it, but it should be. I like to think it's going to be pretty close. And I think this is the last one. Right, well, it's not square. Let me get you over here. So let me get a set square, hang on. See what we're dealing with. So you can see that line. So it's not a right angle there, that's out. The one above it, it's even more so. This line isn't straight, it goes up here. That's straight, but then it drops down there. And then that line isn't square. It's not as far as I thought it was going to be, but it's not square. So yeah, you could see trying to do it with a ruler and an angle finder would have been a real pain. There's our mark. So I'm going to cut this board square because I don't want this wafty shape out of it, and then trim it down to size. Starting to rain. What have I done here? Wrong bloody saw. That's better. While the pressure's on, I've got to get this cut and put away before the rain comes. This is where I'm going to screw this right up, you know. Right, ready? Here we go. Right, get this indoors and try and get this put away before the rain. Well, as you can see, it didn't rain, so all that drama was for now. I did manage to cut through my workbench though, so that was good. Not completely, but... Right, jigsaw. Right, let's see if that fits. That's pretty good. I've got to chamfer this edge and make it look pretty, but this is the basic shape. And let's first go. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. That was so easy. I'm going to chamfer these edges, like I say, because I've managed to knock the corner off of this one, but that's all right. That's material that's going to get removed anyway. But that just goes to show how accurate this is. And it's just a scrap bit of board, cardboard in this case, and a scrap bit of wood. So a tool that you can make. It'll be easier. So yeah, give the tick stick a go. If you're doing anything like this, try a tick stick, because there's no, like I said, there was no right angles on this. The lines were straight, which was lucky. Even that top edge wasn't straight though, so I had to raise that slightly when I was cutting it. But other than that, so simple. I mean, even filming it, it's probably taken me an hour maybe. And it's a lot more, you know, long-winded than what if you were just getting on with the thing. So for a first effort, I'll definitely use that again. Easy. So hope this one's helped you out. Hope you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, help me grow the channel. I'll see you on the next one.